how to find your niche. If you've been trying to start a business or grow on social media, whether it's on TikTok, on YouTube, on Instagram, whatever you're trying to do, you will need to figure out what is your niche, what is your zone of genius where you can actually help people or thrive and really showcase your expertise, your skill, your competencies. And believe me, I have the exact formula for you to choose which kind of niche you should pick in order to be profitable, but also thrive in the long run in your business or on social media. So let's dive in. You are probably interested in several niches, or you don't even know what kind of niche you could talk about, or teach about, or make money with. I'm going to actually help you out to figure this out. You need to understand when you are picking a niche, it is so much easier when it is either in your competency or it's one of your passion, because you will be able to keep going in this niche again and again. A lot of people pick niches because they believe it is profitable. However, if you keep providing value on a specific niche, you are sure it is going to be profitable because it's going to be your zone of expertise, your zone of genius, your zone of knowledge, and it's going to be so much easier to be consistent with it that with something you don't really know about or you are not really passionate about. So actually, I have created this little diagram to help you figure out how to find your own niche. I'm going to show you just right now. I'm going to go step by step with the 3 different points on how to find your own niche, depending on like what you like, what you're good at, your zone of expertise, and how to make sure it becomes profitable. How to monetize it is going to come in part 2. It's just under here. So let's get started. So here you have 3 ways of finding out like what niche you should pick. So number 1, what you are naturally good at. Number 2, a skill set you have. And number 3, a problem you've overcome. So let's start by number 1. Something you are naturally good at. So it can be a passion, like anything about like you like fitness, you like gardening, you like crochet, anything, or what people ask you about. If you see there are a lot of people asking you about a specific topic, how you cooking, or relationship advice, or anything you have in mind, and people are coming often to you about like this specific topic, this is something you are actually good at. It can be proven because a lot of people already ask you advice about this. So then once you figure it out, once you picked one of those, I advise you to do 2 columns, and then you want to narrow down and create your own niche. So for example, if you are passionate about like crochet and you really want to teach around this, you could do like crochet for women between 20 to 40, let's say that. So this would be like narrowing down, and this would be your niche. You add like a specific target audience to whom you want to teach that. If you're really good at coding, you want to teach to people who want just get started, like coding for beginners who want to start like a tech company or whatever. You want to narrow down again with the audience you are teaching to. Okay. Number 2, the skill sets you have. So this might be like the easiest way or the most instinctive way to go for a niche, because if you already learned something at school or at work, it might be easier for you to teach it to people. For example, I learned at work how to be really good at communication. So I can teach people how to be better at communication, how to be better in PR. I learned at school how to use Photoshop. So I can teach students how to use Photoshop for the exam. I can teach students how to learn history for their exam. Or I'm really good at French, I can teach people how to speak French. So these are skill sets you're really good at, and you may not specifically be passionate about it, but you have this skill set and you can start making money with it. I would recommend to do this solution when you really don't know what to teach about. Like, it's so much easier to go with a skill set you have already because it's gonna be easy to learn. So once you have this and you can teach it with your method, what is going to differentiate you from, let's say, other people like teaching French? You have your own method, you have your own way of teaching. You could teach French like by doing like conversations with people. You could teach French by showing something. You could teach French by going to France and speaking with French people or interviewing with French people. Like, you have your own method for people to learn French, the way you would recommend for people to learn French. And it could be anything about productivity, accounting, like anything you think of. Like you can teach it with your own way, with the way that worked for you and the way you learned it and you want to teach about it. Now, the third one is like a problem you've overcome. I found my clients got a lot of success with digital product and on social media with this one. Why? Because you can document your life and you're going to do like some storytelling, and this works really well at the moment. So, for example, you lost weight because you just gave birth and you lost weight after your first baby, and you lost weight in 6 weeks because you had difficulty to lose weight, and you find a solution to lose weight easily even you have a kid to take care of at home. So it could be like how you solve this. So you give like you step-by-step strategy to solve this, to lose weight in 6 weeks, and all the steps you took to solve it. So basically, like you can say, I took care of my nutrition. So you can teach about like, okay, nutrition to lose weight after having a baby. So this could be your specific niche, or like losing weight after having a baby could be your niche. And then you show them how to solve it. So this is what is going to be your niche, your content, what you're going to monetize is basically like how to lose weight in 6 weeks, or the nutrition you can put in place for yourself to lose weight in 6 weeks. So it really depends. And you can use this with so many different examples. If you don't really know like how to do it, just drop me a comment about like a problem you've overcome and you want to transform into your niche. Comment in under the video, and I'm going to actually give you the solution in the comment. Now, what I really advise you to do is to really sit down and put a list of the different things you like, the different skills you have, and the different problems you solved. And you're gonna see what you've been attracted to the most. And then, if you really don't know what to choose, you can pick up from something that is quite profitable. There are some niches that have more success than others. It doesn't mean if you choose a niche outside of these niches, it's not going to work. You have a lot of niches that are doing really, really well, whether it is successful or popular at the moment or not. I would always stick with something I am very comfortable for, like to talk about for years to come, because this is going to be like your best indicator to know if like this is something for you or not. Because if you start like going for something like you can talk about like maybe for 1 month and then you have nothing else to tell about it, you're not really driven about it, you don't feel the fire, the passion about like teaching people about it, or even talking about it on social media, or it is not really aligning with who you are, it's going to be so difficult for you to be something out of it. So I really recommend you to go with something like you're 100% confident about it. If it's like an hesitation, it's a no. If it's a big hell yes, then you go for it. So here are the niches that are really successful in general. Like make money online, obviously. Like health is really successful too. Productivity, mental health, mindset, social media growth, marketing, AI, coding, tech, anything related to that, and DIY and interior design. So these are the niches that are doing really well. There is also personal finance. So if you have anything that is corresponding to these kind of niches and you really feel comfortable to teach about, I would go for those one, because you are almost guaranteed to find success. It's working really well. However, if there is nothing in these niches, it's totally fine. You go for the things that feel the best for you. And if you don't really know what kind of niches to pick just yet, just drop a comment and I will help you.